sun to our eyes.
Whole day's flight and more.
More than we've ever.
Never been so far.
Fly.
Food.
Sun
Farther
to
than
our
we've
eyes.
ever gone
Setting
before.
sun.
Stamen
Gold
and
dust.
style.
Gold dust.
Gold. How? Ice frosts darker every day.
Day still. Sun.
Gold.
Gold.
Nurse apprentice.
Workers. Abundant be the queen.
May the honey flow.
Found something?
Towards the setting
Sun
sun.
in our eyes.
Towards the light.
Farther than we've ever
flown.
flown. A new bloom.
Not possible. Almost freezing. Another hive would have stripped it.
It's there. Found
it? Towards the setting sun.
Farther
than
than
we've
we've
ever
ever
flown.
Almost farther than the sun.
What?
Found it and told the others.
Nothing is farther than the sun. Could fly until we died. Generations died, and we would never reach it.
Didn't mean.
Is this a joke?
No, we...
Worker. What is your purpose?
To serve the hive.
To serve the queen.
Can we serve her or not?
We can.
Pursue the bloom now, or it'll freeze. A promotion is in order. Congratulations, Lieutenant of Resource Location and Collection. Assemble a gathering party and dispatch as soon as possible. Can't wait, not with the honey stores so low.
The together mind of this hive does not include knowledge of low honey stores. Infraction will not be absorbed.
Apologies.
What for?
Never mind. Assemble a party, Lieutenant. We will alert our queen.
I haven't laid anything in days. I should be ready to pop by now.
Sure, it's just an unusually large clutch. 20 eggs at once will take far longer to push out.
20. Could it be that many?
Could it? I've been known to lay twice that. I swear it didn't used to hurt that much. Feed me.
Abundant be the queen.
May the honey flow.
Did we miss it?
No.
Plenty of opportunities, apprentice. Don't worry.
News?
Nectar. An undiscovered bloom, full blown.
In the cold?
Towards the setting sun, farther than we've ever flown.
Honey flows, eggs are laid, abundance continues. And I was beginning to think I'd lost my touch.
Of course
It
not.
will only expand you.
We hope. Apologies.
Our queen.
Spoken out of turn.
No, go on. You were saying how I lost my touch?
No.
We only meant the new bloom. This nectar. Will it be enough?
Feed me. Are you that hungry, apprentice?
It's just the honey stores. They're lower than
The
we've
together
seen
mind
them
of
in.
this hive does not include knowledge of low honey stores. Infraction will not be absorbed.
Did you forbid the together mind to know that the stores are low?
Infraction will not be absorbed.
Interesting that you were not affected.
Why would you...
Can we fetch anything?
Our queen.
Feed me.
Permission. Permission to ask for permission.
Ask.
Permission to raise the next clutch of eggs as potential new queens.
Excuse me?
Our queen is generous. We number above counting. But even if this new bloom is enormous, and if we get to it before another hive, and if it hasn't frozen by then, it couldn't provide enough honey to last the cold. Not with so many of us. If we had another queen, then...
You wish to split the hive.
I wish to keep us alive.
How long until my next contraction?
Half an hour.
Our queen.
Leave me.
We apologize, our queen.
You called yourself I in front of others? You should be comfortable enough to say it around me.
It was a slip.
Really? Requesting a new queen was a slip?
If we raise another queen, we could send half of us with her to the new bloom, to start a new hive.
I have worked twice your lifetime to build us to this mass, and you want to throw it away.
It could shrink us to feedable numbers, survivable numbers.
Sending off a swarm in the cold with an infant? They'll starve before they clear our territory.
They'll starve if they stay.
That's if they'd even leave our territory. As if they would trade abundance for the unknown.
The territory is not what you think. I've looked at generations of maps, and every warm season the blooms are smaller than they were. In a few cycles, there won't be enough to support even half our numbers. If we split the hive now, those who stay can subsist on what's here, and the others will have a chance to reach the new bloom before...
Oh, so you're rescuing them from me.
From hunger.
What they don't know won't hurt them.
You can't order the Together Mind not to be hungry. Unless you already have.
And you didn't notice at all. Why is that?
It wasn't enough to make them forget the empty stores? They're the ones that fill them.
Precisely why they needed further instruction.
You're violating their nature.
And you are violating yours. Why are you the only one in this hive with consistent infractions? Constant disconnection from the Together Mind?
Isn't that why you keep me around?
I have granted you leniency that most queens would never dream of. What happens if the hive finds out you keep secrets from the Together Mind? It's a real question. I don't think I know. It's never happened before. I can't imagine it involves your survival.
You need me.
To convince me to throw away my work on a suicide mission?
To tell you you're good. Can't take a compliment from a mind you control. And now that I say you're not cutting it, who's going to tell you you're pretty?
What do you know of it? Of any of it? You weren't even alive the last time queens were laid. There were 14 eggs in our own little tombs. I pushed through mine first, and then I pushed through my sisters and strangled them in their cradles. And then I found what was left of my mother and ate her. All queens eat queens. It's how the royal mind transfers. I have her wisdom, and hers before her, and hers before her. Another queen's flesh. It's the first and only meal we can eat on our own, and we are born with hunger like fire in 1,000 years. She will feel it, your little proposition, the draw to my flesh when she emerges, and she will come for me.
Your mother was already dead. You'll be strong, surrounded. She'll dispose of the other eggs and will happily escort her to her swarm and the exit.
Where she'll take half my life's work. My mother deserved to be eaten. She failed. There were barely 100 of her progeny left by the time I arrived. I built this hive back from the brink of extinction. I have been pregnant since the day I was born, and for what? To give it away? To give the best of myself to a little girl still wet from the egg so she can fly off to a bigger, better bloom and never worry her pretty little head? I don't deserve that.
I didn't say you had to give her the best.
Would I give her you?
How could I go?
How would we even split them?
Maybe some kind of lottery.
You would leave your hive to... Why do I even bother?
They're one mind. They couldn't choose. It'd be all one way or all the other. You pick then. However you want. Total control.
I already have total control.
Then use it.
You sound very sure of yourself.
Do we have a reason to be our queen?
Tell them to prepare royal cradles. Work fast.
Thank you.
Thank me when she's out of here.
Our queen,
Apprentice, what is it?
we only wanted to check if you needed anything.
Yes, actually. I am ordering work to begin immediately on the construction of royal cradles. You will be raising this next clutch as potential queens. Do you think you can handle that?
But, of course,
Our queen.
will begin right away. Apprentice! Aren't we going? What are we doing?
Don't know what we mean.
Kept a secret from the Together Mind. Not supposed to be able to do that.
Don't know what we saw, and it stays that way.
Lied to us.
Never been asked about sleeping with the queen.
Sleeping?
What?
That could be interrupting
No.
her cycle. Just being there overnight could change her temperature.
Listen,
Let alone...
no harm will
We are
come.
nurse apprentices. Finally! And if we play our cards right, we'll be promoted by the end of the cold. We broke our backs to move up, waxed floors till our fingers bled. Also, the honey may flow. Would have done anything just to serve
the hive.
to serve the queen. If we ruin our chance, it never comes back. For either of us.
It's for the
Best
best.
for who? Put our mouth on her mouth, words in her mouth, changed her mind. Generations of royal instinct informing her on the biggest decision this hive will ever know, and decided we know better?
Maybe I do.
What is this?
Our secret.
No. The Together
We
Mind.
have to.
It is treason.
And if she doesn't want anyone to know? Saw her startle. She doesn't want this getting out. Serve her by keeping her secrets.
Don't even know how.
Close your eyes. Come on. See the ball of voices. The hum. It feels good, right? On the outside edge, down, there's a cell in the comb, smaller than the rest. It looks empty. There's a false bottom. Keep it there.
What else is in there?
Would you look?
No. We have work to do.
Are we okay?
Cradles won't build themselves.
Hey!
If we're doing this, do it. Prepare. She's going to address the hive.
My hive. My daughters. No doubt the Together Mind has informed you all of the new bloom, which will soon be ours. Straight toward the light, farther than we've ever flown. When we reach this resource, my abundance will reach new heights and our prosperity will continue in perpetuity. And yet, if we are to enter a new time of prosperity, the wisdom of queens past tells me that there is more to be done. More for less, for more. I have made the decision to split our hive. Soon, I will lay a clutch of eggs, perhaps 5, perhaps 30, as I would any other day. But these eggs will incubate in the richest, the best our hive has to offer. One will emerge victorious and become a queen to those of you who journey with her to create a home in the new bloom. To serve your hive, to serve your queen, just as I serve you, my hive, my darlings. How could I ever choose between you? My hive, as our world changes, our resources, our seasons, I must admit, I have changed with it. Perhaps it is a flaw in me, but it would break my heart to decide which of you to keep for myself and which to send off into the unknown. It is for this reason that today I make history. Daughters, when the new queen is born, each of you shall choose individually which queen you shall follow, and in this way we shall split the hive. It is in your instinct to follow she that is strongest, most generous of bounty. It is the law of your nature. If you cannot resist it, I do not blame you. Those of you who can bring yourself to follow a small infant queen into the cold, I salute you. It is a beautiful sacrifice. Serve her dutifully as you would serve me. To those of you who cannot follow such a creature, I welcome you to remain, to follow your nature and obey the grandest being you can know. To those of you departing, I say go bravely. To those of you staying, I say stay bravely. Remember your purpose.
To serve the hive. To serve the queen.
Oh, I thought I'd never get through that.
You want to explain yourself?
No, this didn't used to hurt like this. I did what needed to be done.
What needed to... They can't choose who to follow. They have one mind. Everyone will stay.
Then they'll follow their instincts.
And follow you. All of them will pick the stronger queen, and the split will never happen.
Then it was not meant to happen.
We will starve.
Quit lecturing me and get this over with.
Did we make enough cradles? What if there's too many eggs?
She used to average around 12 a clutch, but it's been erratic. At her age, it's time. They're coming fast.
There's only one. Where? The rest must still be coming.
She can't push anymore.
Don't think she'll need to. Maybe not ever. Think that's it.
Our queen.
Our queen.
Wake up.
Step aside. Apprentice, take the egg to the nursery. Give it everything we have.
To serve the
Go. Need honey, now. Now.
They're empty.
There. Keep looking.
We're out. There's no more left
Together
in here.
mind of this hive does not include knowledge.
Come on, there's nothing. Oh, thank the hive. Here.
Water. What did we tell her to say?
What?
Our queen collapsed, almost unconscious, in labor, and our first question was, why didn't she say what we told her?
Nothing.
The memory's not in the together mind. So what was it?
Just how we could split the hive. Send a swarm with...
We don't split the hive. Pity. Could have been a good nurse.
She agreed. She could have been?
When she decides something, that's it. We cannot convince her. She cannot compromise. She chooses and we guide her from there. That's the job.
We thought
we knew better than that.
Trying to protect the hive. She's the one who...
don't tell her what to do.
We didn't tell her anything. If we're calling us selfish, we might as well use the right word. Say it.
This is inappropriate.
Call us you.
Never
again. What did you do?
Don't ever.
You
think this is the first time someone's tried to change her mind? Her mother said it was time to lay queens, to raise a replacement, and I didn't believe it, not with the hive in shambles and her still young. It wasn't her time. So convinced it wouldn't happen, we didn't prepare, and the circumstances, the cold and her weakness. We are not capable of original ideas. Whatever we think is new, it was done before. It failed before. We do what her instinct says, or we all lose.
This is different.
Nothing is.
She's strong.
Is she?
We don't need a replacement. We need a split.
And when that single egg hatches and flies away forever?
She'll lay one to replace her when it's time.
That was the hardest labor she's ever had. For a single egg. She's weak. She's old. She may never lay again, and we're sending her last, her only heir, out of the hive.
Her age isn't in the together mind. How do you... Kept a secret?
No. No one else is trained enough to see the signs. Perhaps we'll teach the other nurse apprentice. Get some rest. and find a new assignment.
What?
A demotion is in order, not suited to this line of work. Worker of storage cell maintenance should be a better fit.
Can't do that. She wants me here. Our
queen
queen.
is not concerned with who tends to her, only that she is tended.
Don't understand.
Do. Congratulations on the new assignment.
Abundant be the queen.
May the honey flow.
Food delivery.
Good. New position?
Fine. They sent out another gathering party this morning to find the bloom.
Oh, that's right. It'll be good to add to her
Her
abundance.
Well, the first party hasn't come back, so maybe it's a rescue mission as well. Seen her? Been in?
A little.
How is she?
Our queen is a valiant leader. She's recovering from laying royal eggs.
Eggs. Plural. Is that what she's saying?
What do we mean?
What do we mean? We're at the birth. It's right there. We're tending it right now. There's only one
The
egg.
together mind of this hive does not include knowledge of only one egg. This infraction will not be observed.
Let us in. We need to see her.
Not allowed inside the royal
She can't
chamber.
keep doing this. It's gone too far.
Our queen doesn't need to hear complaints about reassignments now.
don't know what she needs. Get out of the way.
Abundant be the queen.
Worker, may the honey flow.
Nurses.
Just nurse, actually.
Nurse apprentice, actually.
Nurse, actually. Been promoted yesterday. First assistant nurse to her abundance, the queen.
Congratulations. And it's not worker anymore. Lieutenant of Resource Location and Collection. We promoted them for finding the new bloom. Not out with the new search party?
Don't go with search parties anymore. Wanted to say thanks. Whatever saw in us, our supervisor saw it too. Been promoted twice since. Head advisor for resource location and collection.
That's... Congratulations.
Many thanks, worker. Came to speak to the queen. Is she giving audience?
Afraid she's not taking visitors at this time.
If we could just...
Afraid we...
Matter of great importance.
Head advisor,
Abundant be the...
Worker,
the search parties have returned, both of them.
speak with them in a moment.
Second found the first. They were flying home when exhaustion took them down. No blooms to rest at between here and there.
What about the new one?
Never found it. Nearly died trying. Flew longer than we've ever even tried. Second party had to carry them back.
Must have gotten something wrong.
Towards the setting sun.
Farther than we've ever flown.
Followed exactly.
Not far enough.
As far as we could, and won't get farther not unless come and show us.
Discussed this before. We don't go on missions anymore.
Found it in the first
Below
place.
our rank. Show some respect. Get another gathering party together. Maybe they can actually follow directions.
To serve the hive.
To serve the queen.
Food.
Right. Was hoping we could give ours to her.
What?
Want her to have ours.
It can't go in.
Take it for us, then.
A bribe. Really think she'll fall for that?
Not a bribe.
Fine, we'll tell her it's a gift from us.
No!
If it's not a bribe, it doesn't matter who it's from. Find something better than honey, at least. All of it already belongs to her.
Just want her to know I didn't walk
Don't
away.
say that word. Stop
She
it.
woke up and I wasn't there. She needs to know I didn't leave. I was pushed out, and I'll come right back the minute she gives the word.
Not her little plaything anymore. Don't get to use that word.
Swore we wouldn't talk about it.
How can we not talk about it? Wasted so much time being jealous, thinking we'd never be as good. And here's the secret. Fuck the queen. But it looks like that little trick is spent, because here's the thing. She doesn't care. Weren't there when she woke up, and she didn't ask.
She's sick.
And lucid. Is it possible, just maybe, that her abundance, our queen, doesn't spend every waking hour pining after a traitor to the together mind? Is it possible that her interest in non-reproductive sex is casual, and that in her infinite royal wisdom, she knew that whoever she chose might get an ego about it and have to be removed, so she chose someone expendable?
Add this to her honey stores. Don't care if she knows.
We are abundant without such gifts.
Right. Won't mind if we take both shares then.
What? Wait,
Abundant. Got plenty more in the chamber.
for medical purposes.
She won't mind. There's mountains of it.
Only supposed to eat what's delivered.
Then skip one meal. We used to do it all the time. Scrub floors straight through the break just to serve the hive. Didn't matter. The morning meal was so big.
Give that back. Give it to
Why?
us.
Want it that bad? There's a word
This
for
is
that
stupid.
feeling.
Borderline hoarding. Illegal.
Just think for a fucking second. It's smaller now than it used to be. She's rationing us down because she knows we're running out of food.
The together
You're
mind
starving.
of this hive does not contain knowledge of running
Fuck
out
the
of food.
together
The
mind!
infraction
She's
will
lying
not be
to us!
registered.
Register the infraction! Just hear with your fucking ears!
We don't want to!
You're hungry and she's lying and we can't find the new bloom!
Give it back!
This is what we'll all be doing soon! Scrabbling for the last drop. This is good practice!
There will be no more of this.
Drone, here. Not at my best, obviously, but it'll have to be done. Need to lay again as soon as possible. Shame you couldn't see me better made up, considering you won't live to do it again. Won't have more than a few days. When the little queen hatches, she'll make me send off some workers with her, even. They'll all choose to stay. But I'll have to send a few to... I'll need to make some more. They'll need more than ever. Daughter,
Sister.
you're early. I see you found my nurses. Welcome. Welcome to the world.
Yes, I thank you for your part in my arrival to it.
Of course, it is my duty
It is a
to...
shame I have no sisters. It is a rite of passage to supersede them. I am glad to see this will be a simple process.
Well, what can I do for you before you set out?
Set out.
Yes? How many will you be taking with you?
Taking.
Your new hive?
Ah,
You must collect your workers. Nurse, gather a dozen from their chambers.
that will not suffice.
30, then.
You do not offer me half?
Half. Well, I must keep my hive running, mustn't I?
Oh, could you not simply birth more? Surely it wouldn't take such a bounteous queen long to double, triple your numbers.
Exactly how many do you want?
If you emerged to the world and found a crisped, tired version sitting in your place, how much of her empire would you ask for? What did you ask your mother for?
Nurses, why don't you assemble the hive for an address? We need to talk alone. Nurses,
Nurses, what is your purpose?
To serve the hive. To serve the queen.
I'm afraid I can't engage your fantasy farther, sister. Perhaps if you had done things differently, but you made them choose. I heard it all when I was parts inside you. Follow instinct, follow the strongest. The choice is made,
you're an infant.
and you are an old, selfish woman. To the victor go the spoils, as they did when you were your mother, as they did when I was you.
I am not your past life.
You may leave or be removed.
Don't you dare. You'd never get me out the tunnel. I'm enormous.
Very well. She cannot move on her own. She cannot feed on her own. Seal the door. She will starve enough to fit through the exit.
Attack her!
It's shocking. I'm the first to evolve past this. Can you really not do it? There's honey in these walls, isn't there? All you have to do is raise it to your mouth yourself and you are saved. Fine. Keep your dignity. I won't let honey go to waste.
You can feed yourself.
Do you need more proof that I'm an improvement? I have business to attend to.
Please. Nurse, please. Anything.
To serve the queen.
Yes.
To serve the hive.
Wait! Wait!
Your abundance. The third party in search of the new bloom returned with nothing. If we don't act quickly, the frost will kill the blooms before we can even find them. We'll gladly arrange a new search team.
I've ridden you all of the biggest drain on resources imaginable. Surely you have a bit more to eat now.
Certainly. But if we
I
find
will discuss it later.
Yes, and more importantly, the hive wonders when you will begin to lay eggs.
The hive or you?
We are the hive.
our queen.
I do not require more workers at the moment, so I do not require eggs. Open the chamber. I've been here a week. It's time I take my birthright. How shrunken. She should have been my first meal. Shame to go against legacy. She would have been more filling, but the time has come.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather us feed you?
Our queen.
I do not require it.
We've fed queens for generations.
You are about to witness my true birth. Even if I were like my predecessor and could not bring honey to my own lips, I would take this meal myself. With her flesh, I take the wisdom of my mothers. You are honored that I allow you to be present at this ritual. I am aware of generations past. I am aware. So many, one. Magnificent flames and glass, 1,000 iterations, blooming. I am her. They are I. Oh, she shall forever. Each is an improvement over the last. I expect you to improve as well.
What would serve your abundance? You eat on your own, walk on your own. What do you need us for?
Precisely what I was asking myself. But if you must have a gesture of some sort, my first egg. Do not forget I am benevolent. Let it occupy you. I shall not produce more for quite some time. Population exceeds by far too much. You'll notice I give birth on my own as well. Clear the chamber of her remnants.
To serve the hive.
To serve the queen. When are we going to tell her?
Just wait until we find the new bloom.
The new... It's probably frozen by now.
Don't say that.
Impersonating a nurse. Lying to our queen.
And she could kill me if we tell. We need to find that bloom, and if I'm not here, no one...
Stop using that fucking word. She is the only you in this hive. Finding a new bloom is not more important than an imposter, a traitor to the Together mind.
Not the only one.
Not doing this again. If she doesn't know by the time we're done taking out the body, we're telling her ourselves.
Enter.
Your abundance. We need to tell
You were demoted. You're not a nurse. Yet here you are in the aftermath.
If we could just explain.
You wanted more. It's not hard to understand.
Not for ourselves.
Ah, the hive, of course.
Our food stores. You must know. And her abundance.
My abundance.
Yes. The old queen was unwilling.
My, what a bold thing to say. Do you mean to imply that your queen was in any way insufficient?
Of course not. We only... To serve the hive, the queen...
The minute you're challenged, it's back to the party line. Can I tell you a secret?
We're not able to keep secrets.
We
Your
both
Highness.
know that's not true. Have you had your rations for the day?
No.
Yesterday? The day before? Interesting feeling, isn't it? Not one you felt in a while, I imagine, considering your previous queen's command over the hive mind was so weak.
What?
You haven't eaten in 3 days. None of you have. And none of you noticed because I told you not to.
What?
I'm much more convincing than my mother.
Why are you telling us this?
Because you've passed the exam. Your obeisance, your connection to the together mind is still intact, despite the damage done by my predecessor. You are still loyal. You are still mine. And for that reason, your position in my hive may remain the same.
Thank you. Your abundance, we...
All your positions. Sit. I imagine now you know you're hungry. You'd like something to eat. Just a little bit left in here. Is there anything else you want?
I hadn't expected.
I...
Don't mean to.
No. You're bold. How much would you like?
More.
How much more?
I'm hungry.
Starving. What do you want?
Everything.
Everything.
I want to feast.
What are you doing? What were you doing, nurse? What do you think you are doing?
I thought...
Yes, you did. And you have been for some time by the look of it. It's remarkable. Tell me, how long have you known you are a freak?
What?
Thank you for showing me exactly how bad the situation really is. I will act accordingly.
Wait! Please. We were only doing what you wanted. We thought...
You did what you wanted when you saw an opportunity. I don't know what you are or what you think you are, but you are not one of them and you are not of me. Did you think you were like her? A queen? Oh, darling. Is that what you thought underneath her? Or were you on top, humping the life out of a useless little mite and you thought you were special? Did you like it? Do you want some?
Please. Please. You can do whatever you want with me. Just find the bloom. Our stores are lower than they've ever been, and
Low. This morning you and your sisters brought every bit of honey left in this hive to this chamber, these walls, and watched as I ate it all. There is none left. You do not remember this because I told you not to. They will not notice because I told them not to. We will not pursue the bloom and no one will feel hungry because I told them not to.
they'll die. They'll starve, and they won't even know why.
Because they honor me.
You have to feed them.
They have to feed me. They are a past queen's overgrown brood. She squirted you out for vanity of numbers, and I have no obligation but to prune you. The weak will disobey my orders. They will hunger and die, and I will feast on them and grow. Those who are still loyal to my command will live to see prosperity.
They'll see you. They'll gather in the blooms and eat it all for themselves. They'll abandon you.
What blooms?
They'll tear it all down before they starve for you.
They would starve for me 1,000,000 times.
They'll eat straight through wax, the walls, until they eat you. And then every one of them will be queen, and there will never be another.
And? Anything? You can't even bring yourself to hit me. How could they? But even if they did what you say, if they all consumed my body and gained my mind, there would rise another leader. There will always be a queen. Shame. You might have made a good one. Now that you've tired yourself out, it would be best if you were dead by tomorrow. You will walk out of the hive, land on the ground, and let yourself starve. Or freeze, whichever. Am I understood? I do not wish you to live in my hive. Do I get what I wish?
You do. It will no longer be your hive. Food. Stop.
What have we done?
I wish to address my hive.
We killed her.
No,
How could we kill her?
not we. I. Say
We're
you.
dead. We should be dead.
I did it. Tell me I did it. Say you.
You killed her. You fucking killed her.
All queens eat queens. There are no more queens. I would like to address the hive. Hello. Seen this done so many times. It's different when you'll think I wanted this. That's fine. I wanted what we know. What a queen has never said is that we're dying. The weight of her as our world shrinks, and we knew. Of course, she told us not to feel the hunger, the ache, to preserve her dignity, because none of us, least of all her, could admit that she... And we got our second chance, our new start, and she was going to do it on purpose. Let the disloyal, the natural, the hungry, she would let them starve so she could have more room to herself. It's me now. I'm half one of them, becoming. I can see every one of them standing on my shoulders. I'm so tall. They think all at once through time and history. One body, many minds. Golden. She wants me. They think I'm queen now. They're making... I kept secrets from the Together Mind. I call myself I ate royal flesh. I have done the rituals that bring her mind and her title, and I don't want it. I ate because I starved. I kept secrets because I was afraid. I have eaten the flesh of a queen, and she did not taste like honey. Honey! There's none left. She put it all inside herself and died. We have nothing. We've had nothing, and we were made to ignore it. If you can't believe me, if this is too much treason to bear, listen to your body. For once, look past the one mind and hear the body. Your own one thing that is calling, screaming for gold. Don't you miss it? Don't you remember when it flowed? We are bees. We live to serve the hive, to serve the queen. They are not the same. Our hive, our life, our food is our everything, and they stole us from our nature. For nature's sake, we must get it back. We must get it back or die. You know where. You know how. The bloom. It is out there, and they kept us from it. Straight toward the light, farther than we've ever flown. So go! Go and eat and be your body. Be free and full, and don't stop until you've gorged yourself. For yourself. For every time she stopped you. Worker, can you fly? Why didn't you go?
You kept secrets.
If I hadn't,
You know the spot they're hidden. The false bottom cell in Togethermind's wall. I kept one there too. Look. It's behind yours, I think. Small. It wouldn't have mattered in another time. Do you see it?
I don't understand. No. It can't be real.
It's not.
That's not what I...
There is no new bloom. She told me to make it up. Your queen. The one you slept with. She thought it would keep us from replacing her.
But we did. Straight toward the light. There's nothing there.
Farther than we've ever flown. If they go far enough, maybe they'll find something.
But you didn't.
No.
No. What do? We fucked it up. You told the lie, and I told them to follow it, and now they're gone. They'll starve out there, searching, and we'll starve here, waiting. Or they'll come back and kill us, and then starve. What do?
I don't know.
We have to do something. We have to save us.
Ourselves.
All of us.
That's not what you said before. You said to be their bodies. You took away their queen, and now they're just them.
They're not. They're still...
You were the closest thing they had to a queen, and you told them to fend for themselves.
They don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. They'll find something. A field. Maybe. They'll stay there together and realign.
All they know is to follow orders. You said yourself for yourself. And there is no queen out there to tell them otherwise.
The whole time. If we kept secrets. If we said I. What's the difference?
Between us and a queen? The word.
There will always be a queen. Are you hungry?
What?
There's a single egg. Her only egg. Someday soon she'll hatch. And if she has enough food, she might survive. And if her food is a queen, she'll become one.
Then what?
She tries to find her hive.
She won't know there's a hive to find.
She will if she inherits the mind of a queen who knows it. One wouldn't be enough. There's no honey to feed her. She'd need to eat at least 3 times that one body. 3 queens to feed her. Are you hungry?
Oh. Oh. I've been hungry for a long time. Yes.
The only difference is the word.
I suppose she won't know that when she hatches.
It hurts to take on her mind. It's like a break inside you, but it's over soon.
You're not the first or last to change it, and we warned you, but it'll happen again someday, and they will not listen to you either when you join us. There's so many. It's burning.
I know. It's okay. You're a queen. You're becoming a queen.
I can't take it.
It's okay. Just hold on till we get to the nursery. Come on.
I didn't want to lie. We never asked to. We just wanted to serve, to flower, fly, go, take.
See? It's her. She'll be here soon, and then we'll become her, and she'll know. We'll be there when she finds the others, when she makes the hive again, like it was before.
To serve the hive.
To serve the queen.